In 1941, Father Earl Sheridan, along with 3 nuns from the Franciscan Sisters of the Poor, began with a vision to provide help and create hope in Flint. Operating from a small house on the corner of Fifth Avenue, Father Sheridan and his small team offered family counseling to those in need. Over the years, we have listened to the needs of the community and broadened our services to meet those needs. In a city that helped build America, hope is often in short supply. Jobs are scarce, violence, illiteracy, and crime are prevalent, and young people are being raised in an environment of poverty and despair. In 1982, Sister Claudia Burke, a Franciscan Sister of the Poor, and a group of dedicated volunteers established the North End Soup Kitchen, located on Stewart Avenue just down the road from the Sheridan Center. From there, Catholic Charities, as we know it today, began to emerge. In 2017, the newly refurbished Sister Claudia Burke Center for Hope opened its doors, and today we are Genesee County's most comprehensive health and human services agency. Catholic Charities' mission continues to be providing help, hope, and healing to anyone who comes to us in need. We are all children of God, and we are here to serve those who are the least fortunate among us.
I was in a very bad relationship, 7 years. I was beat, kicked down steps. I had to lose my job at General Motors in Milford. I had 2 black eyes, couldn't go to work. I just had to find a way to pick myself up. And then when I picked myself up a little bit, then I lost my 20-year-old son to gun violence. 3 weeks later, I lost my mom. 5 months later, I lost my dad. So it was like, took me through some dark stages. I ended up depressed, very depressed. I was dark, didn't come out the house, didn't eat. I was already rock bottom, I needed to come up. I came about Catholic Charities. I was looking for food. Always ran short on food, I got on disability and struggled. So I came here, was eating, and then I found out they did free personal needs and free clothing. So I started patronizing here, just talking to other people. It was really therapeutic for me. So it helped me with my depression a lot. I volunteered here a year or so, just coming every day, just trying to give back. And then I was offered a position of employment for a closet coordinator. I work part-time, so I'm on disability, so I'm only allowed to work 19 to 25 hours. I volunteered other hours. I work Monday through Friday, 9 to 4. Every day I come to work like I get paid for it. That's what I like to do. I push myself. I'm tired, I'm hurt, and I'm in pain, but I push myself to do it because I want to give back. I want to show them that I am thankful for everything they've done for me. Catholic Charities gave me hope, so I want to give hope back. They raised my head up. I was really down bad, and coming here really lifted me. That's why I like my job. It's giving back. It's giving back, reaching out to my people, and I'm a part of this community too. So it's just like I understand the stories, and that's just what I want to do, just give hope back. I still struggle, but this place really lifted me up.
So we have known each other since kindergarten. We started dating when we were 16. We got married in October of 2013, October 26th. We spent the first few years of our marriage just we had our dogs and we were working on our house. But in March of 2016, I was in a car accident. Chad just one day was like, why would we wait? Life is precious and we don't know how long we have, so let's just give it a go. So yeah, we decided to try for our family. Got pregnant right away and had a loss. Got pregnant again about 6 months later and had a loss.
And it happened again a couple more times.
After the first pregnancy, Chad was like, we always can adopt. It's just that's always there. We heard about Catholic Charities. I just really appreciated how straight they were with us because we didn't know if we would do foster care. We thought adoption was just going to be out of our range financially.
The whole time we were there, I just felt comfortable, it felt right.
Yep.
We already knew we wanted a kid and we'd had our losses and was just ready for the family to start. So they said, you know, it can take a couple weeks or a couple years. We really don't know.
We finished our classes on Tuesday, and Wyatt was born on Thursday. His birth mom had him and just handed him over. And so it's a really great program because it keeps them out of foster care. They actually go up for private adoption. They called and said, okay, come on, let's go.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a breakdown that first time we saw him. He was so perfect.
And then it was, who is gonna hold him first?
Yeah.
And so Chad was very kind to let me hold him first. And I cried and Chad cried. We just waited so long to
It's insane to think about how it all worked out and how perfect it worked out. We went from just a normal day on Thursday to coming home with a baby on Friday.
Yeah.
It was pretty wild.
It's so fun to share our story and to promote. People don't really know about the safe delivery law, I don't think. And so I just love like sharing that story so people know that that's available. Like adoption doesn't have to cost, you don't have to take out a loan to adopt. You don't have to save up $40,000. Like it's well within your reach if you just know where to look. We just feel like he was just made for us. So.
It always seems like it was supposed to be.
I was a typical young man that grew up on the north side of Flint. I was smart academically and streetwise, you know, and I began to sell drugs and things like that. And that went on for about 1.5 years before my grandfather passed. I started drinking heavy. I started doing all sorts of drugs, and things got bad really, really quick. Long story short, I battled with that drug addiction and the loss of my grandfather, who was the only sound-minded, responsible male figure in my life. I went to prison 2003 for some very serious crimes. Something happened while I was in prison. Something just clicked and I grew up. And I made a plan at that moment. I knew exactly what I wanted to come home and do. And then I got out of prison January 23rd, 2018, and I began to work that plan. It's just that simple. I was overwhelmed with feelings of appreciation for having survived prison. So I wanted to give something back. So I came down here on my own at that moment and asked and was allowed to volunteer here. I've benefited from every service down here, from, you know, needing to go to the clothing closet. I've eaten in the kitchen myself a few times. I've acquired personal needs, and I'm grateful that there's a lot of kind people still out here in this world to allow us those benefits. Offender Success is the program that my parole agent prompted me to take. It was a great help. It opened my mind to different perspectives on how criminals or ex-criminals come home and can be successful. The people at Catholic Charities and those who are involved with Offender Success, they still accept you as a human being. They accept you as Manuel and not as 448327. And I'm not just blowing smoke. They're so genuine. They help even when they're tired. They do things when they don't feel like doing things. They still get up and come down here and do this and be a part of it. And I'm grateful, and I hope that y'all continue to do what you're doing. And so the less fortunate ones, like myself and others, can continue to get back to par with being productive citizens.